and welcome to the Vet Squirrel Speaks. Today it's Tuesday. It's June 11th, and this is episode 67. How are you? First, a confession, I'm totally recording a day late. Today is the last day of no child in the house. Yesterday was supposed to be my last, so Monday and Tuesday, I had like grand plans of doing nothing. Like I had pack orders, I knew I needed to record, but other than that, nothing. Then my stinking husband didn't work yesterday because he couldn't, because it rained. And it totally messed my whole plan up for yesterday. So I had him in the house all day. Oh, it was my 2 last precious days. So now I'm on my last precious day. You're like, why did you just record yesterday, you fool? Because he was in the house and he was all looking at me. He was all looking at me and stuff. It's like, stop looking at me. He's like, well, I have to go outside and clean the air conditioning coils. I'm like, that's going to take you like 12 minutes. I can't record in that much time. You got to come in. The door's going to make a bunch of noise. The dog's going to freak out because she's so excited to see you because you've been gone for 12 minutes. It's like, oh, I can't do that. And speaking of my husband's shenanigans, Sunday, my husband had the brilliant idea. We have 2 laptops. He has his company laptop, I have a personal laptop, and we have a desktop. Now, our desktop it's old for a computer, but it's just hanging around because, like, the printer's attached to it. I know we could do the other thing, but we just haven't. Printer's attached to it. You know, it's like a backup in case one of our laptops explodes. You know, I do all of my printing for the shop on it, like all my labels and stuff. All my label files are on there, and so it's not like an integral part of our computering family. However, it is relatively important. My husband on Sunday decides that he doesn't hear the fan running when the computer's on. Okay, the computer might not have the fan running because it's only on for like the 12 minutes I need to print something, or maybe a little bit longer, but you know what I mean. So it's like, I don't hear that fan. I think we need to take it apart, take the tower apart, and clean it out. Maybe there's dust in there and it's clogging the fan. I'm like, okay, because he had done this before with our internet-y friend. I say internet-y. He's like a network specialist. He's an IT guy, okay? But he was over and they did it together in like a male bonding experience at one time. So now my husband thinks that he can do it by himself. And thinks he should, just randomly, on a Sunday. Well, there appears to be no problem. Nothing's acting weird. He just doesn't hear the magic fan. So he takes the tower apart. Well, the way our internet is connected, we have Wi-Fi. It was of course. But for some reason, when you depower the computer, the tower computer, when you depower that, our internet kicks off. Okay. So he unplugs it and he's all blowing around in there, whatever. He plugs it back in. Internet comes back on, but the computer won't turn on. Little green, like it's getting power. There's green light, but nothing's happening. I'm gonna check all the connections. He has to curse a lot and check the connection some more. He's very different from his anger expression than I am. I don't express anger until I am at the point of aneurysm, because I'm a lady. I don't mean like a lady, like a fancy lady. I just mean like I have ovaries. I prefer to hold that all in, make myself a little nauseous, but just not express that anger too much until it's really crazy. He, however, will live until he's 9,000 years old because all he eats is bacon and expresses anger immediately. Like, it's not like I'm like, oh. He just has no, like, anger filter. Like, he's just like, I'm angry. And I'm like, really? Chill out. But then he's fine. Like, it's not like he holds a grudge against the computer. I would do that. I would be like, computer, oh, remember that last time you did that? Oh, my God. He's just like, bah! And then it's over. Okay? So he's all going, bah! At the computer. I just send the child upstairs. I'm like, you have to go outside and go upstairs because this is a stressful situation. Because I'm not like, oh my gosh, I don't have internet. I want to play my doodly doo doo. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have internet, and I had a shop update. I have orders to print, orders to pack, and then I have to do all of my shipping and stuff on my computer. And if we don't have internet, that's gonna be a big problem. I'm trying to be cool. I'm not saying things like, really? Did you have to do this today? I didn't say that at all. I thought it so hard. So he takes the computer all apart again. I say all apart. He opens the thing. Somehow, in his infinite wisdom of cleaning the computer, he totally bent all the peggy things to the CPU and it won't go back in. Which effectively means our computer is dead. Which to me means, oh my gosh. Because again, there's this weird thing with the way we had such issues when we got our Wi-Fi set up. We actually had to call in a person because there was just something weird. I don't know what it was, but there was something weird. It just would not work. I'm not super techie, but I'm also not like, you know, I'm in between somewhere. But we had to call in somebody special because it just wouldn't work ever. It was crazy. So now I'm like, oh my gosh, they've done something weird where they've had to like somehow integrate the internets and the big tower computer, and now it's never gonna work. We're going to buy a new towery computer. We're going to buy a new world, and then a new, I don't know, a new router. I don't know, a new Wi-Fi thingy. I don't know. So I'm like totally having palpitations. Like, okay, that's okay. I'm like, you know, I can go to Kinko's probably and do this, right? Maybe. I don't know. It's not going to be fun for me. He's on the phone with our friend, like, it was a hot mess. And I'm like, dude, and he like doesn't seem to really understand the epicness of this issue. I'm like, honey, if there's no internet, I can't go on the internet to figure out how to fix any of this. Because we don't have the phones. I'm like, we are like that. That's what we are. We're just like that. Luckily, somehow the blue cable that connected the Wi-Fi to the computer, if you unplug it at the computer, it turns everything off. However, amazingly, if you unplug the blue cable at the Wi-Fi box, everything's fine. So everything's fine. I mean, our tower is dead and my label files need to be recovered by our IT friend, who's amazing. Thank you. Also my graphic designer. Thank you. But that needs to happen still. But we have the internets. So those are our shenanigans. I know, right? Those are the lamest, like, uninteresting shenanigans ever. But it was very dramatic. Hopefully next week I'll have better shenanigans starting for a while because the kiddo is going to be home. Just a warning, summer recording, like you don't expect it already, but summer recording, I have intentions of recording every week, but it may come out Tuesday, it may come out Wednesday. It just depends on the shenanigans. Because she's all signed up for swimming lessons. How fun is that? And all that good stuff. So there'll be more, hopefully, there'll be more interesting creek stomping shenanigans in the future. Because left to my own devices, evidently I'm the most boring human on earth. Oh! I have shenanigans errata! Lovely Katie of Knit on the Fly was so kind to remind me that in fact the Appalachian Trail goes to Maine. I was like stalled and said New Hampshire. It totally goes to Maine. People are texting me, I'm sorry. Internet Wi-Fi. I can't make it not make noise. Sorry, I'm not that fancy. So yes, that is the errata. Also, I'm totally listening to Walk in the Woods on audiobook while I'm also reading the AWOL. And I have another one in the queue. Really? I'm hooked, whatever, hush. When I was younger in the spring, every spring, I know it's not technically spring, it's summer now. Well, technically it's not summer. How about that? It's not June 21st yet. But, you know what I mean. I used to always read The Hobbit and like then the three. And then the three. Mostly just the three. Actually, I don't. But I would read that every spring. I was like, I needed some sort of like For some reason, my body needs some sort of journey thing to happen in the spring. So for a very long time, I read those. Like every spring, I read all 3 books. You know, the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I'm sorry, I couldn't think all of a sudden. And so I think in the spring, I just inherently want like journey books. And I think back on it, I'm like, yes, I tend to try. I don't know what that is, but I love it. So I'm very excited about all my Appalachian Trail love and all of your Appalachian Trail love. So many of you are excited about the Appalachian Trail, which makes me very happy. Yay, you! Speaking of yay, you, yay, all of you! You're so awesome! Thank you for commenting on the reports, sending me any sort of communication-y type things. Thank you for your faces. The shop update was highly successful again. Thank you, everybody. Yay, you! There will be another shop update in mid-June, second Friday in June. And yeah, let's talk about knitting. Oh, really quickly, because this is about knitting. Orange Cow, I did finally post all of the pictures of the multitude of prizes in the threads, both in the chatter thread and the prize thread. So if you can't remember all of the amaze sauce prizes, go look. They're amazing. Also, I still haven't done that. Oh, crud. I need to set up a prize thread for the Three Waters Farm. This is me reminding myself. Because I'm going to do that one separately because it's spinning, and I don't want, if you don't want the fiber, I don't want you to get it and be like, because it's beautiful. It should really go to somebody who loves it. Like that. With their evil mustache. Whatever. So yeah, yes. If you don't love orange, go look at the reports because you'll love it. You'll love it. So many beautiful orange things. Okay, let's talk about some stuff that has to do with the hair that grows on sheep. Yes, okay. I don't have very many finished objects, but I do have those socks I was working on last week for my mamaw for her birthday. And those totally went off in the mail, so yay! She was very, well, she hasn't gotten them yet. I'm just going to be honest. Her birthday was Saturday, and I called her and told her happy birthday. But quite frankly, I'm a terrible human being, and they did not get to her until, well, they're not here there yet. So I'm bad. I'm a bad person. So I was trying to very cleverly talk and fill the world with my voice while I looked for said pictures of said socks, and yet now, that's, oh, they're there. So there they are on blockers. Yay. And those were knit with Query Fiber and her, and her sparkle sock base with, and they're called, it was the Fireworks colorway. So, also, I have the most giant spinning finished. Oh, I forgot that bobbin. Dang it. Oh, well. I have the most awesomely gigantic finished spinning object you've ever seen. Are you ready? It's amazingly gigantic and huge and awesome. I'm working on my Into the World for the Diane of Knittable Spin-Along. Here is my, I've got 4 ounces. This is why I was cursing myself for not remembering the bobbin. I have 4 ounces of it. I got 8 ounces. I'm crazy. But I've never had Into the World, so double me up, baby. So I got the 4 ounces I got on the bottom, and mine is the Superwash Merino, and this is the Lavinia colorway. Of course, you know all this already because you watch all the other podcasts. Okay. I got the Superwash Merino. I did 1 bump on 1 bobbin, and that one I just split. I did split it down the middle. I don't know what's wrong with me. I cannot spin from a whole hunk of roving. What is wrong with me that I can't do that? I'm terrible at it. I don't know what it is. So I did split that one in half, but still has very long, pretty decently long colorways. But this one I split into as many skinny pieces as I could. So these will have very short repeats because they are very, very short repeats of color because they are very skinny, almost like pencil rolling. So yay, that. I think I've got about half of the second bobbin done. I'm not sure, but hopefully that'll be done next week. I can't stop spinning stuff. I know I really need to be knitting more because my progress is, I have too many projects going on, you know what I mean? I can't keep up with all my ladies. Oh, but I just want to spin all the time. I don't know what is it. I don't know. I just want to do wheel high. I got a new wheel high. Okay, this is my second though. Did I bring that? Oh, I didn't bring over the little extra ball. And the reason, I know, right? Gotta be more lighting. So this is about, I don't know, 40 yards ish. And it is and it's chain plied, and it's from a crazy bat. So here it is. You want to see my super fancy mini skein winder? You can't see it now because it shrunk too much. But this is it. Mini skein winder. So here it is. It's super cute and all crazy. I love it. I've never done crazy spinning. Like with the had like clunks in it and stuff. I've never done that. Oh, so fun. And I chain plied it. And this is what I use her. I'm going to show you this because it's technically enabling, but it's from there, so hush. I had this random, I've been in love with granny squares lately, and it's all things square. I had this random need to have tiny little bat wings and to chain ply them, and then to make granny square headbands with them, like all different. I mean, like a burning need. I had to do it. In this process, I forgot that I look ridiculous in a very wide headband. Oh, I envy you. I envy you ladies who can wear that giant wide headband and look cute in it. I look ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh, it's such a cute look though, but I can't pull it off. So I don't know what I was thinking, but I don't care. Whatever. So in order to satiate this need of mine, I went to Hobbledehoy because, hi, she's awesome, as is her mom. And I bought 2 packages of double blended artsy batlings. So it's about, I think it's 2.5 ounces total for each bag. I did shove them all into one bag because I'm a bad person. But here, this is what it would look like. It would look like this. Right? You wouldn't get 2 of the same one. That's just because of Oh my gosh. I totally just accidentally turned off the computer and then proceeded to talk to you for like 20 more minutes. Those batlings are so powerful and awesome, they totally hit the stop record button without my knowledge. So I already showed you. Really? Like, really? How long have I been doing this? And I didn't think, like, oh, wait, maybe I shouldn't throw a bunch of stuff onto the keyboard. And maybe if I do, I should double check to make sure it hasn't hit the off stop recording button. So I don't think I showed you this, but I mean, I did, but I don't think it happened for you yet. So this is what they look like when they come undone. And then this turns into this, or you can make a headband out of it. Okay. This is a different colorway than this, but I forgot to bring the ball over, so hush. So yay, there's that. I really wanted to have crazy, like, wide headbands, but I envy you ladies who look good in those. Or gentlemen. I don't judge. I do not. I look ridiculous in them. I love the way other people look at them, but I look like a fool. So anyway, I'm sure I had a lot more to say about that. I probably said it in the other recording, but no. We're just going to keep moving. So, on to knitting works in progress. Okay, in my lovely bag from Knit Spin Farm, Joanna Spring, I have some self-striping socks, just plain vanilla with an afterthought heel by the lovely Laura Lemon. And this is Fiber Nymph Dye Works in her Bounce Base in the Shot Through the Heart colorway. I'm knitting them on size 00 Hiya, which I totally got from Miss Babs through the mail. Fancy. I like these needles quite a bit. I like them a lot better. I liked the Carbons double points I had that were 00s. I liked those needles. I just don't like knitting on double points. So it's not the Carbons by any. It could have been any brand of Magic Sauce needles. It could have been Signature double points, and I've been like, oh, I hate these. I don't hate the needles. I just don't like the process. I love the way it looks. Like, I love the aesthetic idea of knitting with double points. I just don't like to do it in practice. Like at all. So I'm back to magic loop happiness. So hopefully I get these done. My goodness, they've been on the needles since the knitting pipeline retreat. Wait, I'm such a fail. But so here they are so far. No heels yet. I like the Chow Goose better. I like their cable better. This is a little bit squishy for me. A little bit wimpy. I like a meatier cable. But they're still nice. And they have lovely joins. Very nice smoothiness. So yay that. Second work in progress. I'm not even gonna show you that. That's my bag from Bling Your String. I'll show you real quick peep the U style. I'm working on my little mitts I'm doing out of Sadie's Tentacle Face base, which is an 80-10-10 merino, superwash merino, cashmere nylon in the Mother Hydra colorway. So these will be fingerless. Well, they have the fingers. They're not like mitts where it's just one. They each have fingers. They're called like Franken mitts. It'll be in the show notes. I can't remember right now. Hush. So there's that. If you knit with her yarn, your stripes will be thicker because this is like it's. I guess I shouldn't tell you how many stitches it is, but it's more than my 72 stitch sock. So it's bigger. It's bigger around than your normal sock will be. Not that if your socks are that big, you're abnormal, but you kind of are. I'm abnormal, and I do a 72 stitch sock. So, just saying. I'm not judging you, but you are slightly abnormal. Doesn't mean you're inherently bad. I have a little bit more work done on my Bellevue cardigan, which is for my orange along. And you can see last week I had just gotten the sleeves attached. So this week we have more progress. I don't have that much to go, really. I need to just sit down and work on it. I keep working on everything else. It's spinning. I just need to hammer it out. But yeah. Knitting on US 4s. This is Quince & Company Nasturtium Finch in the Nasturtium colorway. I love it, as always. It's beautiful to work with. And it's a gorgeous color. Everything needs to be this color. Not really. But I need more of it. It's so pretty. Speaking of needing more of it, I totally ordered more peace fleece for that dang blanket. But I'm seeing that everybody else wants to play too. And I'm like, well, now I'm hooked in. So I have to get more. All peace fleece all the time. So there's that. By the way, did I mention to you that that's a set-in sleeve worked in one piece? I didn't mention that to you. Did I do it last time? I can't remember. It is a set-in sleeve worked in one piece. So that's nice, right? That does happen, but it doesn't happen very often. Basically, this part is just worked even as you decrease on the sleeve. It's totally awesome. It's like a half raglan. Okay. Final knitting work in progress. Okay, so last week I showed you I was working on the estuary shawl from Tin Can Knits. I know that's new people. From Tin Can Knits, handmade in the UK, which was kindly donated to me by the designer. So this is what it looked like in my hand spun, and I was afraid, I gotta be honest with you, I was afraid that the hand spun just had too much going on for the pattern. So I aborted my mission. Sadly. I think maybe it actually would be okay. Upon further reflection and upon getting farther than this in the pattern in a semi-solid, I think actually it would be okay. But neither here nor there. I did pause on it. I haven't ripped it out. I just paused. Because the pattern, if you remember, is horizontal, like it goes this way, the water. And then, of course, it's knit side to side. So the hand spun, if you have anything that's going to stripe in any way, it's going to stripe vertically. So they kind of like, I was afraid it was going to counter it too much. I may still secretly do it. I may do it later. I don't know. But in the meantime, I did cast on with my Fat Squirrel Fibers hazelnut base in the Medallion Blue colorway. And the reason I'm like, I'm not going to rip that out is because it's still really hard to see that pattern. I even went down, I was knitting it on a US 4, I even went down to a 3. It's still hard to see. And I think it's just because it is so lacy. I think once it stretches out, it's going to be much more visible. So I may not abandon that altogether. So I got that much done, which is not very much. I like this pattern. I love the finished object. It's beautiful. I don't like really this lace pattern. I mean, not that I don't like this lace pattern, but it's not intuitive for me at all. Like, usually after a couple repeats, I'm like, okay, now I get what I'm supposed to do. And I might have to refer back to it on certain rows, or again, just like look at it quickly, be like, oh, that's right, that's what I do in this row. But this one, I really have to look every line, every stitch. Like, okay, this one's going to be knit 2 together, yarn over, knit 1, knit 2 together, yarn over, knit 1, knit 2, knit together, you know what I mean? So, I mean, I can still do it when I'm watching TV, but it has to, it's only because we like to watch a lot of old Star Trek reruns. So, like, my husband last night was like, why do you want to watch on TV? I'm like, Voyager. He's like, well, this documentary. I'm like, no, I have to knit this lace pattern. It's complicated. Can we watch Voyager, please? Because I've already seen them all like a million times. I know what happens. Anyway. So yeah, I could not do it while watching a show that I had to actually watch. That said, it's not a huge repeat, and the repeat that is growing is a much smaller repeat, and hopefully will be able to be memorized soon. And again, hopefully just as I do it more. Whatever, I'm just still talking for no apparent reason. Hush. Okay, so then I have some enabling. You know how it's all like, I don't think I can go to that fiber festival because I don't need any more fiber, and I'll just spend more money. I'm so simple. I got the hobbledehoy batlings, which are awesome. And then also, Friends and Fiber has Falkland. Really, world? What is going on? That time I did catch it immediately. What is happening with this recording? Anyway, Friends and Fiber was having an update of Falkland, which I'd never seen her carry before, and I love Falkland, and it's very reasonable. She's having like a Tour de Fleece stock up, I guess, sale of some sort or something. Look how pretty that is, and look how furry it is. Look how fat it is. It's so fat. Ugh. Isn't that pretty? So there's that one, and then this one was sitting next to it in the shop, and I was like, because again, I can't stop with the 8 ounces lately. What's wrong with me? Compulsion. Look at that. And look, maybe they could live together. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Yay. So that is awesome sauce. And then also, I didn't buy this, so hush. But the lovely Godiva Yarns, who you've seen me, I've been spinning so much of, and I may have bought 1,000,000 pounds of. Anyway, she is super kind. And Tammy in Florida, who is the dyer behind Godiva Yarns, sent me a bump, and she sent you a bump too. Right. How pretty is that? Oh my gosh. So she's, of course, Godiva Yarns. And her Etsy shop is mysweetspot2, like the number 2.etsy.com. So mysweetspot, the number 2.etsy.com. Isn't that beautiful? So I think she said one was for me and one was for prize, or I could keep both, but I love you so much. It's very hard, but I'm totally going to give you one. But I'm going to wait for a while because A, it's beautiful and autumnal. I'm totally rubbing your stuff on my face. Okay. Hush, it's free. It's autumnal. And let's just face it, you have 1,000,000 prizes from the Orange Cow. Just settle. If I don't save some of the prizes back, I'll never get another prize donation. Used all my prize karma points all at once. Oh! So I'll save one of those. So yay that. And I think that's all. Really? 3 segments. No editing, by the way. Take that. I hope you all have a lovely week, and I will see you again next time. Bye.